Hello, King Jesus. I've just decided that I will do general study a day in advance. That way I know that it gets uploaded the following morning. And today I'm going to read general study for tomorrow, which will be Monday. So this is Monday, September the 30th general study. And I'm actually reading from Romans chapter 5. Actually, but I'm going to read from my other book. I'm going to read from Psalms. I'm going to start, actually going to go back to Psalms 1. I'm going to read this is page 448. I'm going to start with 448 again. This is general study. It says, the way of the righteous and the wicked. Again, this is page 448. This is general study for Monday, September 30th, 2019. It says, blessed is the man, verse 1, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. Verse 2, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. Verse 3, he is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. Verse 4, the wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Verse 5, therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. Verse 6, for the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. This is chapter 2. It says, I'm going to start with verse 1. It says, why did the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, verse 3, let us burst their bonds apart and cast their cords from us. Verse 4, he who sits in the heavens laughs. The Lord holds them in derision. Verse 5, then he will speak to them in his wrath and terrify them in his fury, saying, as for me, I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. Verse 7, I will tell of the decree. The Lord said to me, you are my son, today I have begotten you. Verse 8, ask of me, and I will make the nations your heritage, and the ends of the earth your possession. Verse 9, you shall break them with a rod of iron, and dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel. Verse 10, now therefore, O kings, be wise, be warned, O rulers of the earth. Verse 11, serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Verse 12, kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and you perish in the way, for his wrath is quickly kindled. Blessed are all those, I misread that, blessed are all who take refuge in him. This is chapter 3. I'm going to start with verse 1. It says, O Lord, how many are my foes? Many are rising against me. Verse 2, many are saying of my soul, there is no salvation for him in God. Verse 3, but you, O Lord, are a shield about me, my glory, and the lifter of my head. I misread that, of my head. Verse 4, I cried aloud to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy hill. Verse 5, I lay down and slept. I woke again, for the Lord sustained me. Verse 6, I will not be afraid of many thousands of people. who have set themselves against me all around. Verse 7. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for you strike all my enemies on the cheek. You break the teeth of the wicked. Verse 8. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Your blessings be on your people. Chapter 4, starting with verse 1.
I think I left that damn church.
Answer me when I call, O God, of my righteousness. You have given me relief when I was in distress. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. Verse 2. O man, how long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies? Verse 3. But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. This is page 449. This is the following page after the page I just read, which was 448. This is page 449. It starts with this is chapter 4 starting at chapter 2, or verse 2, I'm sorry. This is chapter 4 starting at verse 2 on page 449. O man, how long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies? Verse 3. But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Verse 4. Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your beds and be silent. Verse 5. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. Verse 6. There are many who say, who will show us some good? Lift up the light of your face upon us, O Lord. Verse 7. You have put more joy in my heart than they have when their grain and wine abound. Verse 9. In peace I will both lie down and sleep for you, O Lord. For you alone, O Lord. Make me dwell in safety. Chapter 5. Lead me in your righteousness. Starting with verse 1. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my groaning. Verse 2. Give attention to the sound of my cry, my King and my God. For to you I pray. Verse 3. O Lord, in the morning you hear my voice. In the morning I prepare a sacrifice for you and watch. Verse 4. For you are not a God who delights in wickedness. Evil may not dwell with you. Verse 5. The boastful shall not stand before your eyes. You hate all evildoers. Verse 6. You destroy those who speak lies. The Lord abhors the bloodthirsty and deceitful man. Verse 7. But I, through the abundance of your steadfast love, will enter your house. I will bow down toward your holy temple in the fear of you. Verse 8. Lead me, O Lord, in your righteousness, because of my enemies. Make your way straight before me. Verse 9. But there is no truth in the mouth. Their inmost self is destruction. Their throat is an open grave. They flatter with their tongue. Verse 10. Make them bear their guilt, O God. Let them fall by their own counsel. Because of the abundance of their transgressions, cast them out, for they have rebelled against you. Verse 11. But let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them ever sing for joy, and spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may exalt in you. Verse 12. For you bless the righteous, O Lord. You cover him with favor as with a shield. This is chapter 6. O Lord, deliver my life. Starting with verse 1. O Lord, rebuke me not in your anger, but discipline me in your wrath. Verse 2. Be gracious to me, O Lord, for I am languishing. Heal me, O Lord, for my bones are troubled. Verse 3. My soul is also greatly troubled. But you, O Lord, how long? Verse 4. Turn, O Lord, deliver my life. Save me for the sake of your steadfast love. Verse 5. For in death there is no remembrance of you. In Sheol, who will give you praise? Verse 6. I am weary with my moaning. Every night I flood my bed with tears. I drench my couch with my weeping. Verse 7, my eyes waste away because of my grief. It grows weak because of all my foes. Verse 8, depart from me, all you workers of evil, for the Lord has heard the sound of my weeping. Father Jesus, this concludes general study for Monday, September 29, 2019, and I read Psalms page 448. Excuse me, my Jesus, I didn't mean to pass off as a arrogant snob or anything, but I read page, with all due respect, Father, I read page 448 as well as page 449. And that concludes today's general study for September 30th, 2019. Thank you, Lord Jesus. May praises be given to your holy name. I love you with all my heart.